shall we continue directly?
I think we can continue.
Yeah, okay. So the other doubts also I'll tell you at the last, and now we'll start.
Okay.
So yesterday we have done, I think, until here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this one we have done.
We have done.
And yeah, we have to start comments. Okay.
Yeah.
So comments are like we can give single line comments as well as multi-line comments.
Correct.
As you know, the purpose is to describe like what your program is trying to do, and these are ignored by the Python interpreter while running a program. I mean, whatever you write after the hash symbol, that is totally ignored by Python.
Yeah.
Okay. So we can take some. So yesterday, whatever we have written here, so these all 4 lines are ignored by Python.
Correct.
And any of them we can see in the red color in the IDLE. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's for the human understanding. That's fine.
Yes, yeah. And it is like essential when you're writing a bigger code. So it is good practice to keep them.
Correct.
Comments in Python start with and extend to the end of the physical line. Okay, so here there is a term called physical line. So we will discuss in some time what is this physical line and those things. Mm-hmm. And a comment may appear at the start of a line or following white space or the code, but not within a string literal. Okay. So in this case, comments can be like this. I mean, at the start of the line, you can give it, or following some space, or you can also give following your code, like here.
At the end of the line, yeah. Yeah.
So like this is possible, but we should not give
in between
within a string literal, means something like this, hash.
Yeah.
Okay. Even if you give, it is totally hash character. It's just a hash character, so it doesn't make any. Python doesn't consider it as a comment. In Python, comments are only single line. In general, they are only single line. Okay. There is no actually multi-line comment kind of thing is not there. But what we will do is we will use a string to make a multi-line comment. Only way like you can achieve a multi-line comments. Okay. So a module, function, class, or method definition. Okay. Module means whenever I'm saying, I mean, in your function, class, these all things we did not go through. Module means this Python program itself is a module. Okay. This program can be called as a module. So any Python program, you can call it as a module.
Okay.
So here, when we are saying doc string, so it will be like this. So we will use the triple quotes. I mean, 3 times. Yeah. Ideally, this is actually a multi-line string. The purpose is we want to give some multi-line string. Okay, but that the same thing is also used for doc string. Okay. So both, I mean, it is used in both ways. Okay. So such a doc string becomes the doc special attribute of that object. I mean, special attribute means what will happen? Even everything is an object in Python. So the simple program which you are writing, that is also an object. So it will also have some attributes, but that program that object will come into picture only when you import it into some other program. Okay, so when we discuss modules, at that time we can see how we are importing. But in case if I import it into some other program, at that time I can see a doc string. For now, what we can do is we can take some simple import and see. Already existing standard library, we can see from that date, and I say print date dot doc.
Can you come again once for this underscore? What exactly is?
Yeah, I'll tell. Yeah, I'll just show the output. Okay, what is this date time? Not date, sorry. Date. So it's not date. Okay, past implementation of the date time type. Okay. So as I said, every object will have some attributes. Okay. So in Python, everything is an object. So your simple program can also be an object. So for that object also it will have some attributes. One of the attribute is, or one of the feature is double underscore doc double underscore. Think like a variable name only. So, but this is a special variable name. You can think like this.
So
So for example,
anything which is starting with the double underscore is a variable only.
Yeah, I mean, you can just take it like a variable only, but it has some special meaning, this double underscore thing. Okay. So that also we will be discussing in the later classes. But for now, you can consider it as a variable that is attached to a object.
Okay.
Okay. So for example, if you write some program P1 and another program P2, okay, there are two programs, and you want to explain what your program is doing. Okay. So that explanation you will give at the very start.
Yeah.
Okay. And you'll write some lines, and okay, for this program also you have given some explanation, and there is a third program you are writing. Okay. And let us say you are getting this P1 and P2 into the third program. Okay. So if you want to see what that program is, what is it, you can find in this one. Okay. P2's explanation also you can find in this one. Okay, so the name will be common only. As I said, the advantage with classes and objects is same thing we can use for multiple objects. Okay. So, but the association will make the difference. This dot and association. So from this P1 dot this one, you will get the description only for this
P1,
program.
P1, yeah.
Yeah. P2 you will get for this program. Same way, if we take the implementation from standard library of Python. Okay, so when you install Python, so what you will do is so I have installed in this place. So wherever you have installed, go to the lib. Okay. And in the lib, you can find the whatever is available in the standard library. For example, datetime. Okay. So this is some Python code which is already existing. So we'll open it. Okay, so in this put datetime times 1. So here. Just a moment. So when I'm importing and checking the doc, I'm getting this one. But here, ideally it should show the doc string, whatever is available in the very start. But I'm seeing a bit different. So here the doc string is different. It is like this. Okay. But when I'm printing the output, it is coming different. This is the same file I have imported.
What is the advantage of doc string?
Yeah, main thing is just explaining the code, whatever you have written.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe what we will do is we will take our program only. So I'll save this as P2. Okay. In this one, I'll import our program. Import P1. Print P1 dot double underscore, but actually it is not P1, it is print underscore P1. So I have to import print underscore P1. There, and let us run this. Okay, yeah, this is what I have run. I have run P2, and yeah, okay, I'll remove this one so it will be more clear. For now, we will take our program as example. Okay, in our program, at the very top, I have given this one.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the doc string.
Okay.
Okay, so here, like for this program, the very important explanation I'll be giving at the very top.
Okay.
Or else it is like I'm telling in one go, like what is this program about.
Okay.
Okay. So that we call it as docstring. Okay. So this docstring can be placed at different points. Okay. One point is at the top of the program. Okay. Another point is maybe at the inside a function at the very top.
Okay.
Okay. Or inside a class at the very top. Okay. So here in our case, since we are writing just normal program, so in the program we are keeping it at the very top. Okay. So any other person who imports our program into their thing, so their program, so there they can find the documentation part using the, like, first I'll import it with the name, and with the same name I'll give name dot double underscore doc double underscore. Then I'll get the docstring. So if you see in the output,
but this underscore doc is only going to call the at the very starting, whatever string is there, docstring that we have provided under triple inverted, right? It will call only that, right? And this is just
no. Ideally, it is not like we are not calling anything. Okay. So what will happen is, so when, for example, when I get the P1 into P3, okay, importing the code from P1 into P3, then how Python will treat it is, Python will treat after the import. Okay, let us say after the import. After import is successful,
okay,
then it will treat P1 like one object.
Okay.
So anything related to the object P1, it will keep it inside the box, like in that object box, whatever you think. Inside that, it will have doc, or it can have more things, whatever is related, whatever variables you have declared inside that A, B, C, everything it will keep. Okay. It means that after it turns that program into the object, you can use everything from that program. Okay. So that is possible only after you do the import. Okay. And one of the properties, this doc. Okay. It will store like a property. This is a name and it has some value. What is the value? The value is decided the moment you write this at the very top of your P1 program. For example, let us say you wrote your program at today, 11:10, and tomorrow you are importing this program into another one at, again, let us say 12 o'clock. Today you have written the docstring. It is already available in P1. Tomorrow you are importing. Okay. After import, whatever details were there of P1, it will store like in the object format with everything with some name. Okay. For example, doc is for the docstring. And if there is already variable with some name, it will store with the same name. So there are some names which Python will derive. There are some names which already exist in your P1 program. So everything you can get into the second program. Okay. Yeah, but anyhow, imports and modules we will discuss in more detail. But for now, whenever you are seeing double underscore doc double underscore, it is related to the documentation you are giving at the very top of your program. And that documentation, if you want to see, if you want Python to take that documentation as double underscore doc double underscore, then give it in the triple quotes at the very start. That is a condition. That is why I have given in P1 like this. Then Python is understanding that, oh, this is the documentation related to P1. And whenever other guy is using this P1, then it will convert this string content into the double underscore doc double underscore attribute of this program as an object. Okay, whatever this program is there, it will convert that into object, and that for that object, it will take the doc attribute, and inside the doc attribute, it will keep this content. Okay. Yeah. So such doc strings become the doc special attribute of the object. Means whatever doc string you have mentioned, that will become the doc attribute. Conventions for writing good documentation strings are written in this test. If you want more details, we can go into. What are the conventions means? It is not mandatory, but you can follow for good practice.
Best practice.
So we will write where all places we will write. So it will write for all public modules, functions, classes, methods. Doc strings are not necessary for non-public methods, but you should have a comment that describes what the method does. Public means except whatever starts with double underscore, that is not public. Whatever is whatever things don't have any double underscore at the start, these are all public. Means print, input, type, these are all public. So these things should have the doc string.
Okay.
So PEP 257 describes good doc string convention. Most importantly, the thing is that ends a multi-line doc string should be on a line by itself. Okay. The triple quotes. So generally, when you want to write more than one doc string, more than one line, what you have to do is you have to write like this. Where is it? Okay, so see here, this is from the standard library of Python. Okay, datetime.
Okay.
So here the way they have written is, this is a multi-line doc string, and at the end these triple quotes are there, right?
Mm-hmm.
They could have kept it here also like this. Okay. But good practice is to keep it in the next line. They should, this should come in the last line by itself. It should not be followed by some other text like this. So that is one of the good practice whenever you're writing a doc string. Okay. And for one-liners, it is okay to keep it on the same line. One-liners means the one which we have written like this.
Yeah.
I can keep the triple quotes on the same line.
Okay.
So this is just this is a multi-line string that is actually used as what? Comment. So here the purpose is we are using as a comment, but ideally it is a string. But why it doesn't display onto the screen?
Yeah. Because we are not calling that underscore doc, is it?
No. It is actually more simple answer. Just rethink. So I'm saying this is a string.
But
okay.
Print. You need to print the string. In
correct.
Right?
That is correct. So you have to print it. Then only it will be seen on the screen.
Yeah.
Only in the interpreter this will be directly echoed back to you. Okay.
Yeah.
But apart from that, when you are writing in a program file, it will not print by default. So since we are not using the print statement,
yes.
Ideally we are utilizing that concept for the comments part, but ideally it is not really a comment, it is a string.
Yeah.
Okay. And next, comments, another way of categorizing them is block and inline comments. Okay. So either we can say single line, multi-line, or I can say block and inline. Based on the purpose, we can try to understand them.
Okay.
Block comments means when you are writing different from multi-line, okay, we can write also more than one line comment using the hash itself. Okay.
By putting hash in front of each.
Yeah, I'll show one example for this. RE module. Inside the lib folder, go to RE folder, and inside the RE folder, right click on the init file. Right click on the init file and open it. And at the very top, you can see the comments they have written. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the since it is from the Python standard library, they have followed all the good practices. Okay. So you can see these are all comments starting from line number 1 to line number 15. This entire thing is a block comment. Okay. Block comment. I'm using the same hash character, which is generally used for single line, but I'm repeating that hash and making it like a block comment. I'm telling that it is a single set of comments. So that I'm keeping it at the top. So, but for writing block comments, there are some, again, practices from PEP. Okay, block comments generally consist of one or more paragraphs built out of complete sentences with each sentence ending in a period. So you can see how they would have followed the same thing. So here, these are complete sentences, means what I can say, they will end in a period. And so they should be a complete sentence, means they should be.
But line 2 and 4 is not having a period, is it?
Yeah, first one is not having a period. Okay, so Block comments generally can one or more paragraphs out of complete with each sentence ending in a period. Yeah, this one is not having a period. I'm not understand why they missed this. So, but if I have to consider, this is one paragraph that is ending in a period, and this is also, where is it? Yeah, it is up to this point. Okay, and we should use two spaces after a sentence ending period in a multi-sentence comments. So here, if you see, there are two spaces. Okay, so that is one thing, except after the final sentence. So this is the final sentence. Block comments generally apply to some or all of the code that follows them and are indented to the same level as that of the code. Means they are on the same starting point, all the block comments, like the code itself. So for example, if you go to the code very down, so code is also at the same indentation. I mean, we should not change the indentation of the comments.
Okay.
And paragraphs inside a block comment are separated by a line containing a single hash. Okay, so actually this entire thing is one paragraph. This is another paragraph, and in between these two, I'm having a single hash.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, this has a meaning by itself, and this has a meaning by itself. So that is why they are separating it with a single hash. Okay. So example is this one only. One thing only it's deviating is with each sentence ending in a period. So except that, everything is followed. And this is a convention, as I'm saying. This is a convention.
Yeah.
If you follow like this, any other programmer, if they see your code, they will be able to try to read and relate it. Means, I mean, they should be able to understand, right? This is a separate sentence, this is a separate sentence, and it will be easier for them to understand.
Yeah.
Or else, as a human, if you mix up everything and write at one place,
it's
then
hard to read.
Ideally you cannot differentiate them.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is the advantage. And next is inline comment. Inline comment means on the same line. Like as I said, after the code, you will put a hash and write it.
Yeah.
And inline comments should be separated by at least two spaces from the statement. So whenever you want to write the inline comments, so good practice is two spaces. Okay. Yeah. And they should start with a hash and a single space. So here also they are asking us to keep like this.
Okay.
A comment signifies the end of the logical line unless the implicit line joining rules are invoked. Okay, so this logical line and this thing we are going to cover in the next block.
Okay.
Next is indentation, spaces or tabs. Okay.
Right.
So like we were having this discussion for the indentation. Spaces are the preferred indentation method. Okay. So this everything is from the PEP only. I took it from the Python enhancement proposal. So spaces are the preferred indentation method. And tab should be used only to remain consistent with the code that is already indented with tab. So here. Okay, let us take one simple print statement. I'll take new one. Spaces and tabs. I think I already have it also, but yeah, we'll create new. There. And one problem with this ideal is it might auto convert your tabs to spaces like that.
Yeah.
So, but we'll still try to achieve. So if 1 equal to 1. Okay, so here. Okay. So second line I'll try to use spaces. 2, 3, 4. Print. First one is actually. This is spaces I'll mention, and first one is actually tab.
Okay, but we can only have one, is it?
Yeah, so that is what we have to check and.
Can you give me 1 minute? Just 1 minute. I need to take this call.
Yeah.
Hello. Thank you. Bye. Hello. Sorry, brother.
Hello.
Got into a call. It took some time. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So here for the spaces and tabs.
Okay.
One change is instead of using the ideally, I'll be using the Sublime text. Do you have Sublime text?
Yeah, I am having Sublime.
Yeah. No problem. Then it's easy. So what here I can do in Sublime text is just to generate this scenario.
Okay.
There is in the view, you can go to indentation. Okay. And there is something called indent using spaces.
Okay.
Okay. If you check this and try to give, then you will get the spaces. Okay. So for example, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So here you'll have the spaces. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you just select this, then you can see the 4 dots.
Okay.
Same thing. Now I'll go to view and indentation. Uncheck this one. Okay. And then again try to give tab. Then you'll get the tab. Okay. So just remove that and check that. So this is the way. So here to get the spaces back, I'll just keep the spaces. Because or else what will happen, whether you give it with spaces or without spaces, it will give the tab only again. Okay. So
I mean,
so
we can
here,
use one of them, right? Either spaces or either tabs.
Or tabs. Yeah. But definitely you will come across a situation where you might mix up these things. So see, if you are writing a new file by yourself, then no problem. Yeah, but most of the times we will be editing others' files.
The standards is now spaces because mostly people are working on JSON as well and or YAML, right? So those are also having similar standards now. Spaces.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. If it is already there, then it's not a problem. But if you're working with some old files, if there is some old existing problem, then so in that case, you will see like this. Okay. Hit the content and see on the left side. You can see tab the clear difference spaces, between tab and space. Okay. So now such program, if I run such program, then I can see the difference. So here I'm going to the command line and run that program. Okay. So Python.
It will also give you an idea which line the error is coming. Is it? Then we can.
Correct.
Yeah. So we can look into that.
So here, then you will get this error: inconsistent use of tabs and spaces in indentation.
It's a very clear indication, I think.
So it is a clear indication that it is not at all allowed if at all you are mixing. Whether it is, but ideally both are equal. Tab is having also the 4 spaces width, and your spaces are also having the same thing. But still, Python is not going to allow.
Okay.
Yeah. Next, we will see the lexical analysis. Okay. So lexical analysis means like how Python will see your program, and also like how Python expects you to the grammar of the Python programming. So that will be given by the lexical analysis. Okay. So to understand the grammar, there are some notations. So that we need to understand first. Okay. So these are all the notations. First, you need to have an understanding. And okay. So here, just try to remember these things, and we will be using them one by one. Okay, in later things. Okay.
What is the first one?
First one is there are two colons and an equal to symbol. Okay. So it means that the symbol on the left must be replaced with the expression on the right.
Pradeep, just 1 second. One more call. Same call. Okay. Just a minute.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pradeep. Okay.
So here you have to just try to remember these things, and we will be like using the same thing in a few minutes. Okay. So for example, let me clear this. So this symbol, right? Whatever. Okay. So colon and equal to. So if I am writing something like name is equal to, but this is not exactly like assignment statement. Okay, this is for the grammar. Okay. So Ram space Kumar. So at that time, if I am writing like this, you have to understand that the meaning of this or name is defined as Ram Kumar. Okay. But if I am writing the same thing like name equal to Ram Kumar or Sham. So here name can be either this or this. Both are valid.
Pipe means or.
Pipe means or symbol. Correct. So same thing. Name is equal to.
So,
Ram and
what is the
star.
difference between the assignment and this one? Let's say if I say,
Assignment is the actual program you are going to write.
yeah,
Okay.
then
But
what?
this is only for understanding the grammar of Python.
No,
Okay.
why would I understand the grammar of Python? Do we use it?
Because you need to know the n number of things which you are allowed to do. Okay. So, because if you don't know that, then what will happen is you might be trying only few things from that, and you will never know that what are all the options available in Python. In just few minutes, it will be clear for you. Okay.
Okay.
And
just
it
one more thing.
it will be useful.
Yeah.
Okay. No need to worry.
Pradeep, one more thing is, obviously in any language or any system, there are n number of things which are available.
Yeah.
But then even learning n number of things doesn't help, right? Because those
Correct.
are not
Yeah.
most widely used.
But you should be in a position such that at a later point of time, if you have to refer, you should know where to refer and what is the point to refer.
Yeah. I'm just the primary objective here is to learn with you is the experience that you are having. So obviously there are theoretically n number of things, right? But I want to stick to mostly the practical approaches, and it's not possible actually. Our field is very wide, right? We have to learn a lot of technologies. You already know that, right? In DevOps it's lot many tools. So I just want a practical approach. That's it. Right? You got me. Just tune like that only. It's fine. I'm going to understand this, but I want to stick like this, which is generally used, and approaches which I use, probably which is very niche case, and which we might be using less frequently, or sometimes some case come probably we can ignore it. That
Yes.
Yeah.
See, but ideally still we are like just checking the basics of the thing. Okay.
Yeah.
And even though in this way, if we cover, still there are a lot of things we will not be covering.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's the main idea. I mean, I'm just giving you the idea. It's fine, because you have to decide. So you tune it like that. Okay, rest it's fine. I'm just giving you some idea about my mindset, what I'm trying to.
No, that is correct. But the problem is now, if you don't understand, okay, like maybe if you play cricket or
just
something.
let me tell you one thing.
Yeah.
So suppose if I have to write some kind of automation, right? If I refer to documentation, there are n number of commands, and that n number of commands have n number of arguments.
Correct.
It's possible. It's never possible for anyone to know everything, right? So what we usually say is, if you come across something which you are trying to achieve, it's not fulfilling, go refer to the documentation, and that's it. You do it, done, right? So that's the approach. What you need to know is that how that certain thing is done. You don't need to learn arguments and everything, and each and everything. Just with a command, it's more than sufficient, right? Arguments you can refer. No one can remember that. So
but it's like the coding at the end of the day. If you do the coding, like it should strike to your mind that the line which I am going to write is allowed or not allowed. That is the only thing.
Okay.
So, and whether it will work or not work.
Okay.
And here also now this is only a base picture. Okay. And after you get this, there are a lot of things which I will give you the start, but later you have to work on that. Okay, so for giving the start, this is required. Okay. Just in few minutes you will understand. Okay, don't worry about that.
Okay.
Yeah. So here, just try to understand the meaning of the symbol. Star means 0 or more occurrence of the preceding item. So Ram can occur 0 or more times. Same way, if I am writing plus, Ram plus means 1 or more occurrence of Ram. Okay. So that is a valid. That is the meaning of name is that one. Okay. Same way, square braces. Square braces means 0 or more times. Means basically when whatever you see in the grammar 0 in the square braces, it means optional.
Square braces means optional, is it?
Optional. Okay. Consider it as optional.
Okay.
And whenever you are seeing something in the grammar like parenthesis, it is used for grouping. Okay. And if you are seeing three dots continuously, means it is indicating a range. Means this means a range of characters from A to Z. Okay. And if you are seeing something like this is a description of the term on the left side. Okay, it's an informal description. Okay, so you'll write some characters inside this, and it is just a description of the thing. Okay, So this is just the Python basic grammar, which will be useful when you are going with the basic data types also. Okay. And this is about the notation. Next is the line structure.
Okay.
So line structure means just about the physical and logical lines. Okay. So whenever you're writing Python program, it will be entire program will be split into different lines as seen from Python point of view.
Okay.
So it can be either a physical line, means the one which we see we are writing in one line, that is one physical line. Okay. Logical line means it can be a group of the physical lines. Okay. So 3 or 4 physical lines together can make one logical line.
Okay.
Why we are saying logical? Because from Python's point of view, those 3 are together. Okay. Those 3 lines of code are together. Like for example, this if statement. Okay. So here there are multiple conditions in one if statement, and we are joining them explicitly by using the backslash. Sometimes what happens is when you are writing the code, it is necessary that you cannot write in one single line.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But still that line is, those 3 or 4 lines, if you split them, they should be connected. So to make that connection, use the backslash.
That's for the explicit line joining. Yeah, that I understand. Yeah, correct.
Implicit joining means by virtue of Python, the basic data types. Okay. So it will already allow the implicitly it will join the lines logically. Means this is one of the data type in Python which will come across list data type. So in that, whenever it is seeing these square braces, this is in the program I'm saying. Earlier, square braces is for grammar. Okay. This square braces is the actual program code if you're writing. In that case, what will happen is whatever is within the square braces, Python will understand that these are together and it will implicitly join them together. Okay. It will not consider this first line as different from second line because the starting square braces is still not closed.
Yeah.
Till the moment it doesn't see the closing square bracket, it will consider that it is still being continued.
Okay.
And within those, you can also write the comments as well.
Okay.
So this is implicitly joined by Python. If you want to explicitly join, use the backslash. Okay.
What is this logical line? Sorry.
Logical line, it is okay. So this entire set of things is you can take it as one logical line. Okay. Because ideally, when you physically see on the screen, there are 4 separate lines, right?
Yeah.
But for Python, it is one line of statement. One logical line. Logical means Python will connect this entire thing as one unit. The reason is
braces start off.
This is a one single data value. This is one single list of values.
Yeah.
Okay. All these values are together inside one list. So that is why there is a logical connection between them. Okay. So I'm not digging much into it. So you can read. As you said, like I'll try to keep it simple. You can check it later also. And next, classification of data types. So we'll be working across different data types. So you can have this basic classification whenever you want to refer to. So I just run by myself. So here we will have data types can be classified into numeric types and collections. Okay. I am taking in this way. Okay. Numeric types and collections. Inside the numeric types, all numeric types are immutable. Okay. Whenever I am using the word immutable means they cannot be changed. If it is mutable means they can be changed. Okay. So just remember this. We will be like seeing the examples also. And one is numeric types and other one is collections. Collections means just understand that it is more than one character together. Okay. More than one character together or more than one word together. So like this. So all these are collections, more than one. Okay. They're all together. Okay. Even it can have single item also, but still we call it as a collection because the data, the way we write it is inside a collection. Okay. So under collections, we have sequences, mappings, and sets. Okay. Mappings means dictionary. Oxford dictionary, right?
Yeah.
So just remember the Oxford dictionary, then you can connect to Python dictionary also. Okay. So in Oxford dictionary, the way we write, right? So how we write? So we will just write a word, colon, and then some meaning of that, right?
Okay.
So If you see the dictionary. Same way in Python also, there is a mapping between some value on the left and some value on the right, and this mapping is done using that colon symbol.
Something similar to JSON.
So that is why we call it as actually a mapping. Mapping. There is a connection between the two things.
This is something similar to like JSON, is it?
Correct. Dictionary is exactly same like JSON. I mean, if you see, you cannot really differentiate. This is JSON and this is dictionary.
Okay.
And next is sequences. Sequences means just list of things one after the another. Okay, there is no mapping kind of thing. Okay, they are just single items. Mapping means it is a single item, but within that single item, there is a connection between two values separated by colon. But sequence means it is just single items all separated by comma, like 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
A, comma, B, comma, C, like this.
Parentheses or square brackets?
Yeah, there are multiple things. So one is list will come with square braces. Okay. Tuples will come with parentheses.
Okay.
And lists are something which can be changed. Tuples and strings both cannot be changed. Even the string is also a sequence. Why? Because inside the single or double quotes, we will have a number of characters all at one place. Okay. So these characters coming one after the other, we call them as a sequence.
Okay.
And a sequence will always be like ordered. I mean, 0, 1, 2, 3, we will have some positions also. So that's why we call them generally as a sequence, coming one after the other.
Okay.
And the last one inside this collection is sets. Okay. Sets means you can relate to the mathematical set, right? Sets we come across in mathematics. Set A, set B with curly braces, we will write.
Okay.
Same way here also, in Python also we have sets and we have similar kind of mathematical mathematical operations possible on sets. In that sets also, one is mutable and other one is immutable. The mutable one we call it as set and immutable one we call it as frozen set. Okay, this all we are going to discuss in detail, but this is the basic overview of all the different or important data types I can say which we will be coming across. Okay. And I have just used some color coding for you to understand this. All these green things can be changed, but all this little bit reddish kind of thing, this all cannot be changed. So you can remember this anytime if you want.
There is no concept of array in this?
Yeah, sorry?
There is no concept of array in Python?
See, arrays are there in Python, but they are not part of the built-in types. Okay, again, we have to import them and use it. Okay, so that's why generally arrays are not really discussed or important in Python. And we can achieve all the tasks we can achieve with the array with a list itself.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so since with the basic types, now we can go to the numeric data types. Okay. So numeric data types. Now the grammar will come into picture.
Okay.
So whenever I say literals means just simple values. Okay, value 1, value 2, value 3, like that. Okay. Literals are notations for constant values of some built-in types. Built-in types means like integer, float, all those things.
Okay.
And numeric, we have 3 things. One is int, float, and complex. I mean, there can be other things also, but these are more than enough. Okay. So integers are described by following lexical definitions. Okay. Now I'll see this and we will just try to type something and get the output. Okay. And let me start. Start afresh, ideally. Okay, so let me write something like this. A is equal to So do you think this is valid?
Should be.
Should be. Okay, you can see.
Okay.
I mean, see, like seeing the code, it is a simple thing only.
Yeah, because we can.
But still, you are getting the error.
Yes.
Okay, so that's why I was explaining those things is at the very basics. These are very much useful. Okay.
Okay.
So now, as per the grammar, if you understand once, it will be useful for, we will not go through everything, but we'll try to understand what it is saying. Okay. So integer means it is defined as either a decimal integer, binary integer, octal integer, or hexa integer. You have all these options in Python. Okay. But as in general sense, we will mostly be using decimal integer and sometimes hexa integer based on the requirement. Okay. So what is it is saying with the decimal integer? Can you see here?
Non-zero digit. Okay.
Correct. So what should come at the very first?
Non-zero digit. Okay.
So what we have given?
0. That's why. Okay.
That's it. Next. After that, parentheses are used for grouping, right? Okay. And this entire thing is one group, and that group can be repeated how many times?
0 or more.
Or more times. Yeah. Correct. So if I don't give the group, still it is valid. Correct, na?
Yeah.
So that is why this is valid. So if I write A is equal to 1, still it is valid, because after that I can either give or not give any digit. Okay. And now after this, square braces means?
Grouping?
No,
parenthesis means grouping and optional.
Yeah, sorry, here there was already one group, 0 or more times, and there is so here this one thing
square brackets
and this one. Okay, there is, it's a very bigger one. Okay, so for now we will focus on the left side one only. So parenthesis used for grouping, right?
And square brackets optional, I think.
Optional. Okay, so means this underscore can come, or if it doesn't come also it is fine.
Okay.
And after that there is a
digit.
What is digit?
Anything non-zero, is it?
No, just see down. Digit means 0 to 9.
Oh, okay.
And non-zero digit means anything from 1 to 9.
Okay.
Now, question is like this. So, A is equal to 1.
This is correct because digit can come, is it?
But I'm using underscore, right?
So underscore was optional. It said, right? It can or cannot come.
Okay, so it's correct only, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, if I give like this is also correct?
No, I'm not sure. Previous one was...
Okay, both are correct only.
Okay.
Yeah, just the interpretation. So nothing much. So what it is saying, see, a combination of underscore and the digit can be repeated 0 or more times. So you can give any number of times, that doesn't matter. Okay. So here this is perfectly allowed. And or the another way is, after the non-zero digit, you can give a 0 and then one or more occurrence of a 0. Then after that you can give an underscore and a 0 like this. So this can be repeated again 0 or more times. So here, so what we have tried is 1 underscore and this one, or else I can make A is equal to 1 0. 0 means the moment I write 0 1 and then I'm coming here with 0, this part. Okay, and after that I can give underscore and a 0 repeated 0 or more times. So underscore 0. So this is also correct. So like this. So the possibilities for decimal integer are like this. Generally, why this underscore comes into picture is just for your understanding. Like whenever you write thousands, what is the habit, right? So like this we will write. Correct?
Yeah, correct.
Normal understanding, 1000.
Yes.
Okay. So, but do you think in Python this is allowed as per this?
No. Underscore will be the differentiator, is it?
Yeah. So that is the only option. There is no comma here. It is not allowed. That's it. So here there is no comma. It is not allowed. Okay. So that is the reason we will use underscore in that case. So thousands or some kind of numbers if you want to write, then it will be useful. Okay. But while displaying, it will not display the same only, 1000 only. Okay. But just as a programmer, when you're writing and if you want to indicate the difference in the code, you can write like with these underscores.
Okay.
And this is just one of the option for the integer. Okay. So based on this, you can think while writing or while declaring the integers. Okay. Well, when you want to assign take some integer, you can think whether it is correct or not based on this interpretation. Okay. So let us say you want to write some binary number. So in ones and zeros.
Okay.
So then how you have to write? So you have to go to the binary integer, and here you can see what are all the options. It is saying 0 and then small b or capital B and then the underscore and binary. Because see, if I am writing a is equal to 1, so shall Python should consider this as integer or binary bit? What do you think?
Integer. I think so. Integer. Integer.
Integer you are saying, but it's not a rule, right? So it can be binary bit 1 also.
Yeah, it can binary.
So in that case, you can check the
type.
So anyhow, it will be integer only. But if you want to make it binary, so here a is equal to, take this binary format. First you put a 0 before that. Okay. 0, small b or capital B. Either both of them are fine. Okay. Then an underscore is optional, and I can mention a binary digit. What is a binary digit?
1 or 0.
0 or 1. So just give 0 and enter. Okay, so this is a binary digit. I think if I mention type of A, if it gives just as, it is integer only, but it is a binary integer. And how you will put only 0 or 1?
1, correct? Yeah, if you try to put.
Okay, so try to give something else. Yeah. So A is equal to 0B and I am giving 4. Okay. See? Syntax. Invalid digit 4 is a thing. So which is allowed, which is not allowed. So you can make it. Why I'm saying is, like, whenever you are trying to, if someone gives you a requirement of writing hexa values. Okay. So then at least you should understand that, okay, what is allowed to write or what is not allowed to write. So this is for hexa integer, you have to put 0, small x, then only you write the hexa value. Okay. Yeah. And same way for floating point. Okay, floating point numbers, what are all allowed? Point float, exponent float. So you can mention like I'm saying some floating point number 10.45. Yeah. So this is a floating type of F1. This is a float.
Float, correct.
Okay. Yeah. So if at all if there is any doubt on what is allowed or not, so you can check from this one. So sometimes we will write in exponential format, right? Instead of giving the bigger number, we can write in exponential format. So what is that, whether it is allowed or not, so that we can exponent float. So I give you the digit part. So digit part is this one, and then give the exponent. So exponent can be E, and after that some digit. So something like F1 is equal to 10 E plus 5. Okay. So F1 is this one. Okay. So it will 10 into 10 to the power of 5.
Okay.
So it is like this.
Okay.
So whenever, this will be useful whenever you are coming across some scientific calculation, something, those kind of, in that domain, it will be useful.
Okay.
Because we cannot write the all zeros, if it is 10 power 38, we cannot write all of them. So that's why we will give it in this format.
Okay.
Yeah. And next is imaginary literals. If at all in any situation, if you use it, then it will be useful. So I can mention just J. Okay, sorry, not J. Okay, J means not this one.
Something like that.
So complex there is it a float number or digit part, then this one. Okay, so I have to mention 1J.
1J.
So then it will. Okay. So C is a complex number. So
complex number.
Okay, you can see like this. Okay, so this is a way to declare different numbers in Python.
Okay.
Next is variable names or identifiers. So whatever variable names we are using, so what is allowed, what is not allowed, those things actually I have kept it here. Okay. So instead of saying variables, we will say as identifiers. Okay. So identifiers or names, we can say. Okay. So the syntax of identifiers is mainly based on the Unicode standard. So that's why I showed you that Hindi letter was there, right?
Yeah.
That was allowed because the identifiers can include those things also. So generally what happens is, it is within the ASCII range. The valid characters were there, like A through Z underscore, except for the first character, the digits 0 through 9. We cannot start with the digit. So cannot mention 0, A is equal to 3. So that is not allowed. So, but you can mention underscore A is equal to 3. That is allowed. Okay. But Python 3, from Python 3 onwards, it introduced this characters outside the ASCII range. Okay. And what are all the characters allowed? It is mentioned here. So again, it is the same kind of grammar interpretation, you have to see XID start, XID continue. So what is XID start? All characters in the ID start. So what is ID start? All characters under this one. Okay. So if you go to this uppercase letters, lowercase letters, title case letters, modifier letters, space combining marks, all this will be there. You can just go through this link. Okay. I have given one link. So here you can find all the things. Okay. For maybe I can just, this not there. So I don't know Hindi how they mention it. Devanagari, I think from Devanagari only, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
based on that you can, yeah. So such kind of letters, they are actually represented in this Unicode formats, and that is why they are allowed in Python. So you need not anytime think that it is not allowed. So all identifiers, it cannot start with numbers. It can start with letters, underscores, or it can start with letters from other languages also. That is also fine. Okay.
Okay.
And any identifier you are associating means, for example, whenever you are writing a is equal to 3 means you are just in the memory 3 is existing and you are just pointing to that 3. Okay, so it is not like a will contain 3. A is just a pointer to that 3. Okay, so a will point to 3. Okay, next the moment after first line I will let a is equal to 3. Next line I will let a is equal to 4. What it will do is
update the pointer.
It will cut this connection and it will put a connection to 4. But ideally this is still in the memory and it will get auto deleted because there is no reference to this object.
Okay.
So Python will do some garbage collection and it will take away all the objects which are not really required.
Okay.
Yeah. And next, type conversions. So you can also do conversion from one data type to another.
Yeah.
Okay, so like you can use the int is a built-in function. So you can convert a number or string to an integer. Okay. So what int will do is you should call that int with an argument. Okay. So and that argument can be a number or a string. Okay, it will convert a number or a string to an integer or return 0 if no arguments are given. Okay. If x is a number, then it will call some internal function and give the output. For floating point numbers, this truncates towards 0. Okay, so so you have just read this, right? So based on this, I'll ask 1 or 2 questions. So if I'm writing a is equal to 3.40, so 3.6, okay. And I'm saying int of a. What will be the output?
3.
3, yeah?
I think.
Why not 4?
Because it starts with 3, right? So.
No, generally see how you round up.
Float. 3.6 is a float, right? And you are trying to get the integer out of it. So.
Correct. Yeah. But if I am going to convert to an integer, it should. If I round off 3.5 and above, generally it is 4, right?
Yeah.
So in that case, it should be 4 or
to
should
round
be 3.
off as well after above 5 is okay.
No, I'm just asking you. So
ideally it should not. Ideally it should not, but
yeah. So see, the definition is in front of you. Okay. So based on that, you can tell.
This truncates towards for floating point number. This truncates towards 0. What do you mean by truncate? Truncate towards 0. I don't get it.
Okay, see, it is all pure English. As I said, if you know English, then it is done. Okay.
But truncate towards 0, like it can be. See, it should be more round off, right? Then you are doing round off. Truncates to 0.
So that's why they are given, right? Yeah. So 3 is here, 4 is here, 3.6 is here. Okay.
Yeah.
On the number line. So 0 is here. Okay.
Okay.
So if I am going towards 0, okay, I should go in this direction, right?
Yeah.
So whenever there is a floating point number, it will try to go towards 0 only.
Okay.
Towards 0, what is the integer?
3.
Away from 0?
4. Okay.
So it will always go towards 0. So that is the reason you will get the other side of the value only. Okay. Yeah, that's why I'm like, see, our general interpretation will be like round off. Like if you are a mathematical person also, you might expect that, okay, 3.6 means it can make it 4. Okay. But if you are going to use int, there is nothing called round. There is some other function which you have to use. Okay. Again, same thing, you can convert something to float and convert a number or string to an integer. You can also try to convert a string also. So sometimes when you want to make the string a number, okay, so at that time also this is, you can make it work. So int of 1. Okay, so this is also possible. Okay. But if it is not possible, then it is going to throw an error. But whenever it is possible, it will try to convert it to integer. I mean, logically, if it makes sense, then it will definitely convert. Okay. And so if I am giving int of this one, will it give some output or error?
It will give 0, is it?
Correct. Yeah. So you're reading it properly. Yeah, because it is saying return 0 if no arguments are given. And floating point, you just try to explore this floating point part. So it will convert string or a number to floating point number if possible. Same concept like int only. Okay, wherever it is possible, it will try to convert a floating point. Okay. Just try this. So this is for today.
There is a string conversion also, right? It can convert.
String conversion is there, but you can just give a string and see. So string means what? See, when you want to give string, give a number inside the string. Okay. Yeah, because logically, if you do like this,
if we just say str string and suppose 3.14.
That is there. But anyhow, we did not cover strings yet, na? So that's why I'm not doing that. Strings will come in the next class.
Okay.
So as of now, we are mainly focusing on the numeric things.
Okay.
But what I want to tell you is, like, there is a conversions which are possible.
Okay.
From any data type to any data type.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. So with this, we are done for today, and tomorrow we'll start with that sequences, strings, lists, and all those things. Okay. Yeah. And there is a slight update from yesterday's documentation regarding this notation and line structure. Okay. I'll update the folder in some time. Today I cannot do it immediately. Maybe by night I'll do it some 10 o'clock or something like that. Okay. Yeah. But I mean, apart from that, the other things are already there in yesterday's whatever I've shared. You can go through them till that time if you are already like trying to read something. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay then. Yeah.